Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Josh from Gameday Nation. As you can see, we are back with another video, and for today we'll be going over our preseason rankings, man. We do these every single year. We have an in-staff poll on our top 10 teams in FCS and D2 HBCU football who we think are going to be top 10 this coming up season. Now, before we get into it, just because your team may not be on here, just because your team is ranked a little bit low, just because you think your team is better than what we have them ranked, doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. It's just our personal staff rankings that we put out, you know? And for example, it's a couple of teams that's on this list that wasn't on the list last year. It's a couple of teams that were on this list that are higher than what they were last year, okay? So just because your team may not be on here doesn't mean that they're not going to go out and perform, you know? We're going to go back and do another video at the end of the season to see where we were right and where we were wrong. But other than that, drop in the comment section who y'all think we got top 10, and let's get into the video. Starting off at number 10, we got Prairie View A&M. Last season, Prairie View went 6-5. They had a pretty decent season, took some big losses in conference and out of conference that kind of dropped them down. But they're still in the top 10, okay? They're still in the top 10. We just don't know how they're going to look because they took some big losses to the transfer portal as well. So with that being said, Prairie View A&M, we got you guys at 10. Number 9, Morgan State. Now, me personally, this is one of my sleeper teams, okay? I like Morgan State. I like some of the moves that they did in this offseason in the transfer portal. They got hit by it, but then also they made some low-key good moves to improve that offense, to improve their defense, to go out and try to get some O-linemen. I like what they did, but we cannot discredit on what happened last season. They didn't play too well, didn't look good in conference play or in out of conference play, okay? So with that being said though, we got them ranked at 9. Number 8, we have South Carolina State University. Now South Carolina State, I ain't even gonna lie, man. They had the Celebration Bowl and the MEAC on lock whenever they beat Central. They beat Central early in the season. They had it in the bag. They had the Celebration Bowl in the bag. And what they do? They fumbled it. They fumbled their whole season after they beat North Carolina Central, who are now currently the defending Celebration Bowl champs. They beat them in a hard-fought game to go on and lose every single game for the rest of the season. And on top of that, they lost their key cornerstone in Shaq Davis on offense. But we still got them ranked top 10 because that defense is always going to find a way to somehow, some way be good. So you guys are still coming in at 8. You just got to go out and prove to us, hey man, y'all got us ranked 8. And y'all got Jackson State down there in Atlanta for the first game of the season. And we will be there to cover it. So we going to see. Hey man, y'all got us ranked at 8. We coming to get that top 5, top 3 spot. South Carolina State, we got y'all at 8. Coming in at number 7, we got A&T, man. Now, a lot of you guys may be like, oh my gosh, how? There's no way they had such a great season. Let us explain, man. Let us explain. North Carolina A&T started off 0-3 with one of them losses being to North Carolina Central, who went on to win the Celebration Bowl. They're good. They went after 0-3. They sucked it up, and they went 7-0 before losing in the conference championship game to Gardner-Webb. Now, I will give you credit. That is not easy to do in that conference. It's not easy to go 0-3 and not pout your head and just sit down and just quit on the season. But you guys didn't. Y'all turned it around. Y'all went 7-0, and y'all managed to have a better season than what was expected at the beginning. But with that being said, a cornerstone of that changing of the season was Rachel Tootin, your all-conference running back, who hit the portal and left. And on top of that, you guys have a whole brand new head coach with a tough conference schedule. We don't know how it's going to look with the portal losses and a new head coach. So you guys are still top 10, but we have y'all at 7. Coming in at number 6, might shock some people. Alabama State. Alabama State with Eddie Robinson had that defense. Hey, if you go back and look. Go back and actually watch the game. Don't watch the highlights. Go back and watch spurts of that game versus Jackson State. That defense, they was doing something, okay? If you go back and watch versus Jackson State and FAMU, that defense was balling. They just couldn't get the offense to get consecutive drives going. They couldn't get the offense to get consistent. So if Eddie Robinson can get that offense get consistent, they can have some motion going for this season. Also, they got hit by the transfer portal. The transfer portal hit a lot of these teams, man. Some of the teams weaved it. Some of the teams threw some punches back and went in the portal themselves. But a lot of the teams got hit heavy with some of their key players going to that transfer portal. In Alabama State, we got y'all at 6. Now, we are here in the top 5. And also, if you guys think we got the order wrong, drop in the comment section how you would switch up the order. If we're missing a team, add a team in there. We want to hear you guys' opinions. Tag us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, all that. Let us know. We want to get more engaged with you guys. But coming in at number 5, we have Howard University, okay? Now let us explain why we got Howard at number 5. Howard played great in conference with only one hiccup. The big dogs down there in Durham. They took that trip to Durham and they took a loss, which a lot of teams did this season. But they beat everybody else in the conference. They just took one big loss to Central that messed up their chances to go to the Celebration Bowl. So if they can do the same thing that they did last season, but get over the hump of the Eagles, and just to think about it, if I'm not mistaken, they traveled to Durham last season. This season, Durham got to go up to them. So if they can get that crowd rocking and make some noise and get the momentum behind them, we might see Howard in the celebration. You never know. We got them ranked at 5. Coming in at number 4, Southern University, man. Southern University had a good season. They just took some big key losses, man. They took a couple of big losses that kind of hindered them. And one of them big losses was 2 times to Jackson State. Them 2 losses messed them up because Eric Dooley had that defense looking good at some spurts and some times. Because if you go back and watch that championship game, he had that defense working, not the whole game, but in some spurts of the game, you can see that Southern defense bowing their neck and fighting back like, hey, y'all, we get it, but hey, we some dogs too now. And Eric Dooley got it cooking over there. So if he can get the offense rolling to get in tune with the defense to where the defense is not on the field majority of the game, they could be an issue. They could be a problem. Southern University, we got y'all at 4. Now we down to the top 3. Top 3. What y'all think we got? What y'all think? It's only a couple schools y'all can think of. But this order, woo-wee! Coming in at number 3. Jackson State University. Now before all y'all fans, all the Jackson State fans, before y'all start unsubscribing and unfollowing, listen, Jackson State has been to the Celebration Bowl 2 years in a row. Haven't been able to get over the hump. Jackson State has 12 all-conference players that hit the transfer portal, and only one of them stayed. Now, if you think about that, it's 11 players on offense, 11 players on defense. If you take 5 players from offense and 5 players from defense, that's still that's a lot of people that you're moving around pieces in your offense. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. So we don't know what Jackson State is going to show up with on August 26th when they go down to Atlanta to play South Carolina State. But I will say this though, they got Coach T So Cool Taylor. Get it? T So Cool. T So Cool. Get it? No? Okay. Sorry. But they got Coach T So Cool Taylor. They hit the portal as well. You know, the portal did hit them, but they hit back. Hey, the portal said, wink, wink. They said, huh. They threw a little jab. They said, back up. They said, back up. They ain't throw no haymaker. They threw a little jab. Keep their distance, you know. But we gonna see. We just don't know. We don't know. Jackson State, I got an opportunity to prove us wrong. Like one of these teams did in this top 2. Number 2, FAMU, Florida A&M University. We got them ranked at 2, man. 2019, they weren't eligible to get in the Celebration Bowl. 2022 and 2021, them big losses to Jackson State made them not be able to compete for the Celebration Bowl. But they have some pieces that can possibly put it together. Jackson State took a big hit in the transfer portal. They fought back, but they took a big hit. That was their big name. That was their kryptonite. FAMU's kryptonite, Jackson State. Jackson State, not saying that they're fully vulnerable, but it's an opportunity. That battle down there in Florida, that FAMU Jackson battle, hey, whoever win that, woo, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. And that only leaves one to be left for number one. North Carolina Central University. They were number one. And just to think about it, last year they wasn't even on the list. Didn't even make the list last year. And Coach Oliver told us that there wasn't 10 teams better than his team last year. And they went out and proved it. So this year, we got them at one. They are the defending champions. They are bringing back most of their whole team. Davius Richards, still there. Offensive weapons, still there. Defensive MEAC Player of the Year, still there. All the weapons that they had last year are all there. And with the players coming back, and with Trey Oliver and with Coach Oliver still over there, they're going to be a force to mess with. And that is our top 10 preseason poll that we have coming into the season. So if you guys feel like we got an order wrong or we're missing a team, we left somebody off, let us know in the comment section, man. Let us know down in the comment section what we think, what you guys think. Tag us on Twitter. Matter of fact, let's get it started right now. Matter of fact, use the hashtag GameDayTop10. Hashtag GameDayTop10. Tag us on Twitter, Instagram with your top 10 teams or even your top 5. Let us know. We want to see them. Without further ado, it's your boy Josh from Game Day Nation. We'll see y'all when we out.